Items that came out yesterday, Chris, out of the clear blue sky, LSU receiver Jamar Chase opting out of the 2020 season. The consensus number one receiver, top 5 pick, Biletnikoff Award winner last year.
Yep.
And the report is it's not because of COVID-19. It's because he wants to spend the year getting ready for the NFL draft. And look, if that's true, and here's the thing, I hadn't thought of it. But COVID gives you cover to say, I'm just not playing this year. Right? That guys, like the first one I remember arguing zealously should sit out the whole year is Jadeveon Clowney. After he did the Rock'em Sock'em Robots thing and popped the guy's helmet off and everybody knew the guy was going to be a star, and I think he had 1 year after that. Whatever it was.
Right, it was 1 year, you're right.
It was clear the hay was in the barn. You don't need to play. And when he played, it felt like he was tentative and maybe worried about an injury that would screw everything up. And then Leonard Fournette, the same deal. Sit out the whole year. Not just the bowl game, not just the meaningless games on the back end of the schedule. Just skip the whole season and say, I'll see you next year at the draft when I'm finally eligible to play. If that starts happening on a widespread basis, that's going to change the rule from 3 years after your high school class graduates down to 2.
Well,
that's why Jamar Chase supposedly is doing it, Chris, and I support it. It's a business decision to not subject yourself to a serious injury when you know you already are on the brink of being one of the highest drafted players when you're finally eligible to enter.
Yeah, I mean, COVID-19, uncertainty of the year, offensive coordinator left, quarterback's gone. I think all those things probably play into it. I do find the timing of it, I guess, a little odd, but just to echo this. This if he comes out in the draft last year, he's the first receiver off the board. There's no doubt about it. He's a top 10 pick. He's the best receiver in college football. These are the type of players where I wish college football and the NFL could come to an agreement on or something, or maybe just change the rule altogether, but just go, wait, we've seen this guy for 2 years. He's in a special class. He's in a special class. Why does he have to waste his time, right? We can draft him to go to war, but, you can't leave college to go become a pro. That makes no sense. That's just stupid. The guy's NFL ready right now. You put him in the league, he's going to be a superstar right now if you threw him on a team. So I have no problem with these type of scenarios right now with the current state of college football.
But we have to protect them from themselves. We have to protect them from themselves, Chris. Don't you understand? They're not big enough and strong enough and mature enough to go play in the NFL. We're protecting them from themselves. Like the coaches of their NFL teams won't otherwise protect them. If a coach decides to draft a guy that they decide may not be ready to protect himself. It's all ludicrous. It's this slippery circular argument that college football makes to keep guys longer. And the NFL and the NFLPA are complicit in it. They're keeping guys from going to the NFL when the NFL is otherwise ready for them, all in the name of preserving the free farm system. It's one of the reasons why college football is inherently corrupt, top to bottom. It's one of the reasons why I don't even really enjoy it that much anymore.
Yeah, I hear you. It's a lot of BS there right now. There's no doubt. Mike, I used to be one of those guys that used to say they got to protect them from themselves a little bit. But that's such an old world thought. I've changed my mind on that 3 years ago because to what you said a little bit, it'll become very apparent if he goes to an NFL team and he can't protect himself or he's physically overwhelmed and then he's just not going to make the team and, you made a bad decision. Or maybe they see potential in him and realize, whoa, the guy's going to get a little bit better. Let's not kill him right now. Let's, just slowly bring him along for next year. But, yeah, if a guy got to a team and, physically wasn't able to hand up, the coach is going to be like, put him in there and keep getting him killed. We'll make him tougher that way. No, that's not going to happen. So that is a total BS argument. The coach is a human being. The players are human beings. They would realize if a player was totally outmatched that way. And honestly, I'd have a hard time thinking that any player that was outmatched that way would want to make the jump anyways. It's really going to only be the elite of college football that are going to go, screw it. Like Trevor Lawrence of Clemson. It's a rare few guys every year where you go, he's ready. Grown man, sophomore, don't give a damn. He can play right now.
Let me say this, though. There will be guys who are sufficiently delusional that think they are among that group.
Right.
But that's why you have to give them a path back if they don't get drafted. That's one of the things Jim Harbaugh rightfully has been pushing for, the head coach of Michigan.
Right.
If the guy goes and he's not drafted, he can come back. Let him come back. Now, you can't go back if you take money. And, look, one of the things I'm hearing about Chase, and he's got every right to do this, I say take it while you can, opting for a marketing guarantee. Chris, are you familiar with the marketing guarantee?
Sure,
It's
sure.
not really money. It's an advance on the money you'll make signing autographs, doing commercials, right? All the things off field.
Right.
And my understanding is there may have been a 7-figure marketing guarantee that convinced Jamar Chase to say, see you later, LSU, which, getting back to the point we made earlier about the advice I'd give to a son, a nephew, a cousin, a friend, etc., I'd say take the money and run right out of there, Jamar Chase. Get paid while you can, because the school isn't going to pay you, and the school's putting you at extra risk in 2020 with the pandemic, Chris.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're right. We'll see where it goes. But Jamar Chase, I understand it. I think the timing's still weird. There's probably more to discuss there, but regardless, good for him to move on.
Another hour of PFT Live still to come.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.